Hello, 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 and welcome to our Do It Yourself website workshop. I'm so excited to have you here, and my name is Maisha Jahan, and we're going to dive right into the workshop. Alrighty, so again, like I said, I'm Maisha Jahan, and my passion is to use technology based solutions to increase gender and socioeconomic diversity in science technology. What does that mean? I am a Black woman in technology, and as you may know, there are not a lot of Black women in technology, or not a lot of minorities in technology. And I like to encourage other Black women, other minorities, other people who might not have exposure because of their economic status to technology. I like to get them exposed to technology so we can help create the future. All right. So, who is this workshop for? This workshop is for a small business owner. If you already have a small business up and running, and maybe you don't really have a web presence, you just have your Facebook page that you might be using now, or just a one pager, just as an informational. So if you want to create a more robust web presence, if you are a new business owner, you don't have a web page at all, and you need to do it yourself because building a website is not really in the budget to pay for someone else right now. Or if you have a personal brand, you write a lot of content, you want to document your personal brand, and you really need to maintain your web presence yourself. So if you fit into any of these categories, maybe some others, this workshop is definitely for you. What you will learn in this workshop. So I just want to make sure that I set the expectations for you, right? So you understand what it's really going on. I am giving you industry secrets. I'm giving you developer secrets. So take notes. A lot of this information took a lot of Googling, a lot of studying, a lot of reading, a lot of asking around to find out. And I put this all here for you so you will save time and money. So I'm showing you point one, the tools you need before you start building your website, what your website must have, and also how to make your website look expensive on a do-it-yourself budget. That's the biggest problem most people have. Not the biggest, one of the big problems. Like, you don't want your website to look like you made it, even if you did make it, right? Why I am doing this workshop. I see so many people wasting money with products on things that you don't need. It's like going to the mechanic and not knowing anything about cars. So I want you to learn the basics, even if you contract out building your website, so you know a reasonable price for things you want done. Okay? I don't want anybody bamboozling you or anything like that. So how did I get into web design? Everyone asked this. Someone asked me, since I was an engineer, couldn't I build a website for them? Mind you, I studied mechanical engineering, so I didn't know anything about technology, like this kind of stuff. But they said I had $5,000 to build a five-page website. I was like, oh, I build websites, sure. Didn't know what I was doing, but I wanted that $5,000. So I got more and more referrals from that first client for building websites, and I kept passing them on to a friend. Now, not everybody had $5,000 to build a website, and my friend was getting a little overwhelmed because he had his own business as well. So I started to learn to do things myself with WordPress and HTML, and I became a little obsessed with learning things. I became so obsessed that I thought everyone should know this, so I have been teaching web development for 4 years. And excuse me if I'm out of breath, y'all. I'm like 8 months pregnant and breathing is hard. Everything's hard right now. But thank you. So this is like a little bit about my story. Terms you need to know. So you need to know what a domain is. Computers communicate by using numbers, IP addresses to contact each other, much like you see a phone number to dial a specific person's name. Domain names on the internet are much like entries in a phone book. It's like having an address for your house so people can find it. When you have the address, it doesn't mean you own the land to build it on yet. You just have the address. So domain is like your address for your website, right? You can't build anything on it yet, but at least you have the address, you have the name. Hosting. Computers communicate by using, I didn't change the whatever. But anyway, what hosting is the land for your website, right? You have to buy hosting space to build your website on. So the domain is the address, the hosting is the land. You rent out the land so that you can build whatever properties you want on it. Your website is like your property or what you're building or your house, okay? So the domain is the address to your house, your website is the house, and the hosting is the land that you're building on. You need all three elements, right? So I'm showing you an option or my option for building websites for buying the hosting and domain. I use HostGator. It's easy to control. There's a free Weebly site builder, which I don't 100% recommend, but it's not horrible. But if you use Weebly, there's a site builder. There's unlimited disk space, emails, and bandwidth on all plans. You also have a free secure SSL certificate. So basically, all websites need this. You call them, you say you need it on your website, and they install it for free. Other places charge you for that. There's no contract required and 45-day money-back guarantee if you change your mind. There's amazing chat and phone service for help. So when I need help, I can just log into the chat, tell them my problems. They'll walk me through. They'll even send me a transcript of our conversation so that when I'm working on it on my own and have the same issue, I can go back to that chat and see how to do or work through whatever myself. You can host unlimited domains on a baby plan. That means you can buy one plot of land and host as many domains if you want. A lot of other plans, you have to buy separate hosting per each domain you want to buy. So it saves money this way. GoDaddy. I hate GoDaddy. I know they're all pretty. They have nice commercials, but they're the worst. When I build websites on GoDaddy or somebody comes to me with a GoDaddy website, the first thing I do is change hosting to HostGator before I will build. GoDaddy charges for everything. That SQL, I said it was free. I just talked to a woman this morning. Well, we need to get her SQL. They are charging her $250 a year to put that on the website, in addition to the hosting she's already paying for. They charge her for mail. Mail comes included with HostGator. $70 a month is already included. They charge her to have a mail or email address. Not extremely reliable hosting. Out of the top hosting plans, they're down the most, which means your website will be down the most. So don't let the slick marketing and 99% domains fool you. It'll be 99 cents the first year and like $30 the next year. So I personally would not recommend GoDaddy. They aren't good at backing things up. Something goes down, you try to retrieve it, and they have no idea where it went. And this has happened to clients several times. HostGator maintains backups. They are down one of the least out of the hosting plans. And a lot of the stuff that other places charge for, they don't charge for. So website builder platform. It's the difference between Wix, Weebly, and WordPress. These are the most common builders, and these are what I will walk through right now. So let's compare Wix and Weebly. So Wix is a public company that owns a drag and drop website builder. More templates and flexibility, but the code base is hard to alter. Now, if you're just starting out and you have like absolutely no money, like none, like $0, Wix is a good option. You can make a clean, quick website. If you are selling physical products, Wix in the long run is going to be complicated and it's not going to be sustainable to expand. But Weebly, drag and drop website, less templates, but lets you make code modifications. This is not really helpful unless you know how to code. So Wix will make prettier websites, but it's less customizable. And either way, if you're going to have a long-term sustainable business, I wouldn't suggest either platform. But as a startup, use Wix. So there's WordPress.com and WordPress.org. And a lot of people get these confused. Most of the internet is built on WordPress, but you need to know which one it's built on. WordPress.com is similar to a Wix or a Weebly. It's a website builder.com. So you can host a website on this platform, but it's limited and it costs extra for add-ons, the same as Wix and Weebly. If you want to do something that's not already in the limitations, you usually have to pay for it, and it gets a little clunky, and it's not really built to expand beyond a blog, really. Basic blog. WordPress.org is one of the most robust builders or robust software on the planet. WordPress.com is a builder. WordPress.org is a software. This software, you have to install the software on your hosting, download and install, and it's more of a content management system or software that provides robust control and customization. WordPress is probably the most customizable website softwares out there besides coding by hand by yourself. There are plugins where if something doesn't, there's a functionality that doesn't work, like for instance, you want to have a course hosting or builder on your website, there's a course plugin where you can plug that in. Or you can custom code to your heart's desire to build a lot of features with WordPress.org. You can handle e-commerce, things like that. Now, if you're selling physical products, I'll get into that later. I wouldn't 100% recommend WordPress.org for physical products. Digital products is fine, but we'll get into what I recommend. So, my best recommendation would be to purchase your domain and hosting on HostGator. That will run you about $70 for the whole year, or you can pay monthly. Probably $13 for the domain, and then which will last you the whole year, but then about $10 a month for the excuse me, $10 a month for the land or the hosting. So you can do that. And then after you do that, I want you to buy Divi by Elegant Themes. Divi is amazing. I cannot sing its praises enough. Divi by Elegant Themes is my favorite builder, and I use it for all my websites. Divi makes WordPress drag and drop like a Wix or Weebly. So it makes WordPress really easy to use. WordPress by itself, there's usually more of a learning curve, but once you install the plugin Divi, it makes it so much easier and it makes beautiful websites. So let me show you what the Divi webpage looks like. Divi website looks like. So this is what Divi website looks like. So you go here. They have their pricing, and they have an anniversary sale right now. No worries. The link. So yearly lifetime access, because I kept buying yearly access. It didn't make sense. Like, I'm going to use it all the time. $240 access for life, all the updates. It's amazing. And it has tons of templates, tons of premium templates to make building very easy. And you can see all the reviews here. So, okay. And there's documentation. There's your Divi Facebook groups. There's meetups. Here's a layouts library. So there's like ton of layouts. You can go here. Like, Divi is super the best. And I can do a whole video on just like about Divi. So say if you are a yoga studio or wedding business, you can find that template. I'm a copywriter, and you can view a live demo. And check this out. There is a ready-made website for copywriters. But you edit it, you can change the colors, the pictures to fit your needs. And this is why I love Divi. So it makes it really, really easy, right? Work samples, sales strategy, already set up for you. And these are free templates that come when you buy Divi. Okay, so next thing I'm going to teach you about is a child theme. These are pre-made layouts for a lot of uses that make websites easier. And I showed you a child theme that Elegant Themes has through Divi. A WordPress child theme is a WordPress theme that inherits functionality from another WordPress theme, the parent theme. So parent theme is Divi. Child themes are often used when you want to customize or tweak an existing WordPress theme without losing the ability to upgrade that theme. Really high tech, but just make child themes make your life easier. So Josephine child theme. This is one of my favorite child themes. It is a premium, so you have to pay for it. And outside of just Elegant Themes, there are a lot of companies that make premium child themes for Divi. Like, say if you don't want something that's already in the Divi library, you want something that a graphic artist made, you can go look up child theme. But for the most part, Divi will have everything you need. But I really like Josephine. It's just way classier, and it doesn't look like a Divi page, right? So here's a Josephine theme, and you can edit this how you want to. Now, I'm currently, and I will show you on my website with the Josephine theme. But, you know, it's not going to look exactly like this. I'm going to change the pictures, I can change the fonts, I can change the colors, but the layout is already here, and I can like move things around. So here's an example of some pages. They have an email opt-in page, a basic page, things like that. And what's really cool here, we even have a church sample website. So I have a ministry group that I'm building a website for. I can just go in here and go to their Josephine church template and edit this to look like what they want it to look like. But look, it already looks like how a lot of modern churches' websites look, right? And I just edit it how I need to here. Perfect. So Josephine child theme. This is something else that you would buy on to use on top of Divi. Right now, let's add up our price. We spent let's say we spent $75 on hosting. Let's say we spent $90. I'm writing it down now. $75 on hosting, $90 on Divi. And then it's just in the child theme. I think the lowest price you can do is $75. So now we're at $250, which is amazing for a premium looking website when a designer is going to charge you $1,500 to $2,000. So that's how much we're at right now. Okay, let's compare e-commerce platforms. So Shopify and Squarespace. So Shopify is what I recommend if you are selling physical products, especially if you're selling a high volume of physical products. Squarespace, if you want a really easy website really quickly that's beautiful, over Wix and Weebly, I would choose Squarespace. You can pay monthly, and monthly it will come out about the same as what you would pay for, you know, adding up all the things I showed you with the if you did WordPress. So it'd be about the same price. Squarespace is much easier to learn. It will cost more if you do child themes. It will be more than WordPress. Or if you do buy a premium theme, it will be more than the WordPress option. WordPress will still always be the cheapest option and most flexible option. Squarespace won't be as flexible as WordPress, but for most of your business needs, Squarespace has everything you need. Except if you are an online store that sells physical products, I would not suggest Squarespace at all. I would suggest Shopify, especially if you, feel like you're going to expand Shopify. A lot of people who do physical products start off on WordPress until they get a lot of inventory. And then once they start getting a lot of inventory, they end up switching to Shopify. So that would be my suggestion. And I can email you more information. All the resources that I have in this video will be in my handout. And if you're on the email list or signed up for email webinar, you will get that email with all the resources or the workbook with all the resources. If you have not signed up for my email list, sign up so you can get the handout with all my resources. Now, for things like Divi and HostGator, I do have affiliate links. So what that means is when you click on that link that I referred you to, I'll get a small cut or percentage of that price. So if you could do me a favor and you, because of this video, want to buy Divi or HostGator, please use my affiliate links. Thank you. So another option for e-commerce is WooCommerce. It's definitely cheaper than Squarespace and Shopify, and there's more website customization. The con is higher learning curve than other platforms. Also, the con is you have to do a lot of modifications for it to be as accessible or as easy to use as Shopify for physical products. So you have easy digital products, WooCommerce, or Squarespace are a great option. But if I had physical products, and for my physical products, not my physical products, for my digital products, I'm using WooCommerce with WordPress because that gives me the most customization. Physical products, Shopify. So e-tools to enhance your business. So one of the things that is most important to have a high quality website is to find royalty-free photos. Royalty-free just means that photos that you have license to use. So this is an example of a royalty-free photo from a royalty-free website. I have the license to use this photo. So quality photos are really important. So Pixabay is a good one. Stocksnap.io, Pexels, Unsplash, blah, blah, blah. This is a good place. But this will all be in my workbook, places to find free photos. So my favorite tool, one of my favorite tools I use for photo editing is Canva. A lot of you have heard of Photoshop. Photoshop has a high learning curve and you might not have the time to really learn and you want to make some simple edits to your photos. Canva is a great place. This is what Canva looks like. This is what my Canva looks like. You see all these editing I've done. I've done my own flyers. I've done my own social media posts. I did my little baby announcements in here. So I use Canva all the time for all my client work. I'm at the point now where I become a more advanced designer. So it is time to learn some Photoshop, but Canva has carried me for some years. How to make your website a sales machine. So you just don't want your website to look pretty. You need your website to bring in sales for you, right? Oh, I'm sorry. This is supposed to be before that slide, but we're good. So the number one way to make a clean, stylish website, check out websites you love and copy their style. So these are some websites that I like, and I like their style. So the number one requested website for women brands or coaches, people really like, oh, I love Marie Forleo. She's very popular in the coaching and brand space. And I'll go through her site. And people will want me to build a site like hers for $1,500, $1,000. No, this is not going to happen. But I can say, hey, what elements do you like of her site? And I can make sure to include those elements. So say if you like these big bold sections, you like this header up here, and you like these bold wording and blocks on the side, you make sure to add that to your website. It might not be exactly like hers. She had a whole photo branding session here, and I'm sure she paid many thousands for this, but you can bring elements to your site. Okay. Apple.com. So if you want to know the trend on websites, Apple's website changes all the time. When I first started doing this workshop, Apple's website was just a big header, then 3 sections underneath. And that's how every website was, right? Big header, 3 sections underneath. I'll show you one of my old websites, and this is an old type of trend. I'm updating this website soon, but it used to be big header, logo up top, menu up here, and then 3 sections. That was like literally maybe 2-3 years ago what the trend was. In only 2 or 3 years, the trend has changed. So notice how we have these big, they're called hero sections. There are multiple hero sections, and this is a new trend now. Now you might have half a section, half a hero section, but these big hero sections and big block sections with no smaller sections is the trend for websites now. Okay, and you can go to Apple to see what the trend is. Also notice the logo is in top left, menu is centered, search function on the right, shopping cart on the right, and that's the format you will see most websites. Okay. A website I like is Maya Ellis, like her website. It doesn't look like exactly like the Apple website, but it follows the same format, really. Logo on the top left, menu, call to action here, big header with a call to action. And what a call to action is a button that is telling you to do something, like grab this massage therapy playlist. So Apple, their call to action, buy, learn more. Not a lot of options. Buy, learn more. So big header image with a call to action is the new website trend. Same here. Look, big sections, another big hero section, another big hero section divided in 2. Hero section, hero section. See? Starting to see a pattern. Call to action at the bottom. This happens to be her sister, which is funny. I did not even know this the first time I started doing these presentations, but Maddie James has her logo in the middle, which is great, but still has the menu up top, big hero section, scroll down, big hero section. Call to action is a little bit more subtle. Whole section with call to action, leave your email address. Big hero section, things like that. So this is the typical layout for websites. You need to have a way to capture capture visitor emails, whether there's a pop-up, newsletter sign-up, or opt-in slide bar. So we can go back to the page or elegant themes. So we go to Divi, we scroll down, and we're going to get a pop-up really soon. And this is the way to capture email. I'm moving my face over here. So this is the pop-up with the chat. But over here, claim your 10% discounts. They're asking for your emails to subscribe and save. And this is how they capture your email with their slide in. And Divi has a really easy way to add this pop-up or slide in. So don't worry about that or make that being difficult as long as you purchase Divi. I'm going to go to Maddie James, right? And so if you slide down at the bottom, you slide down, she has a email capture, free download, leave your name and address. So you usually want to offer something when you're asking for their name or email. Um, that's a free download. I can do a whole video on a lead capture. This is what it's called. But you want to make sure you have a way to capture visitor email. So email marketing is still the number one way to convert clients. So make it easy for people to contact you. On one of my websites, this was hard. One of my tutoring websites I made, I didn't have any way for people to contact me. Like, no easy way. People would have to search me down, find me on Facebook, and inbox me on Facebook. Imagine how many customers I lost that way. So you need to make it easier on your website for people to contact you. So easy to find social media handles and easy to find contact information. Okay, so let's look at an example of what that means. I think Maddie does it the best. So look, all her social media handles are way up top and her contact is on the right. Contact, social media handles. That is the format that I would suggest. Right up top and then scroll down at the bottom and have some easy way to contact her as well. Okay. That would be my suggestion. You don't even have to have a whole contact page. You can have contact here and then it goes to one of your sections with more information about how to contact you. If people can't contact you, they can't buy from you. So you want to make sure that's easy. Make it easy for people to buy from you. So Apple does this really simply. Buy. Shopping cart. Very, very simple. Don't hide the buying resources. Make those prominent. Make it clear that you're selling something if you are. Apple makes it very clear what they want you to see first, and then they make it very clear about what they want you to see second. Maya Ellis, her website, I think does that pretty well. Contact, Impact Weekend. This is the main thing that she sells. So, and work with me. So these are basically her call to actions to work with her or to buy. And look here, this is her call to action to collect her email there. And it's very beautifully set up. It says get free business advice. So make sure it's easy for you to buy from you. Divi themes, pricing. Sometimes people just want to know straight to the point what the price is. Don't hide it. It's right there. Pricing. Okay, so make it easy for people to share on social networks. So elegant themes, again, I'm singing elegant themes praises, right? There's a use Monarch plugin. So the Monarch plugin is just a plugin that makes pages or blogs easy to share. So again, visible social media buttons. Put this on web pages and footer at the bottom of blog posts. So let me see how Maddie is a big blogger. So like, let's see what her blogs look like. I'm hoping she has an example. If not, I will have to go to my blog. But okay, so we can check out her blog. Yep, really easy. Her social media handles. And then at the bottom, there should be like a share. Share this blog. Share this. Twitter, Facebook. You always want to make it really easy to share the blog. This is like literally one of the easiest ways. Have this plugin here so people don't have to copy it from Facebook. This automatically takes in the Facebook and shares a link. Hey, I really enjoyed this, guys. Check this out. Read it. You don't want people to have to leave your blog to share your content. Make that really easy for them. Testimonials on every page. I mean, this might be overkill, but I mean, especially if you're a new business, I would have a testimonial section. You know how there's all these sections on this website? I will have a floating testimonial section like right here at the bottom, close to the bottom, and then I would have it on every web page. You also need a testimonial page, but people always don't read testimonial pages. But also, no matter what page people are on, you want social proof to show that you're authority. Like, even if they're not reading your success stories, on that page, you want to say, hey, this is how someone got results, to keep dropping those tidbits in their mind that your product is good. Okay? So this is taking forever to load, but see the success stories, view success stories here. You want to have testimonials. This is getting on there. So anyway, we had testimonials on this Divi page, all products. Scroll down. There should be testimonials here. We just opened. Either way, you want to make sure you have testimonials that are easy to find so you can show social proof that people like your product. Testimonials are your number one sales driving tool, and you want to make sure that you have testimonials and they're easy to find. Okay. So that is the end of this particular workshop. Was all this good info for you? Anyone want to dig deeper? Please leave comments and share if you really like this video. I have more videos coming up in this series that will go and break down tools even more. I'll go and break down these tools one by one, but this is overall what you need to have a luxury looking website that converts. If you have any questions, please leave comments underneath the video and please share. Thank you.